Hello, here I am. Okay, so today is Sunday, the 10th of September, and I didn't know that live would come up as quick as it did. I thought it had a little bit of a screen, so if I seem a little like, what? I didn't know I was going live right this second, but let's do it. So, my name's Christy Bellich, and this is Trust Your Glitter. And Trust Your Glitter is kind of like my podcast for astrology and spirituality and horoscopes and all these fun things. And I am doing daily tarot scopes for the month of September. So I have my tarot cards here with me, and I'm just gonna kind of do some sweeping cards. So I have one out. Let me so I'm like shuffling one-handed, but I'm just kind of doing like a spread forward, 2, and then 3. Interesting. Let me do a 4th just to be on the safe side. Okay. So I have 4 cards out for today. And if you watch this at any time, like these are cards for pretty much any time that you feel compelled to click on the watch button. But just know when I pull these cards, Mercury's still in retrograde, and a lot of times I find if I want to watch a specific video, it's usually about a transit that was going on in that time. So Mercury is straight up retrograde. All of the outer planets are in retrograde, like Saturn and Neptune and Uranus and now Jupiter. So there's a lot of redos in the sky, even though Venus is going direct fully right now in the sign of Leo. So what that all means is we're redoing a lot about our life purpose, life path, self-worth, self-value. And sorry, I always have a cowlick and it drives me crazy. Okay, there we go. And then yesterday's live was like blankets and vibes, which was just me talking about trauma. Today I'm gonna stay on the trauma train. I'm gonna be picking cards for women especially, or those who are really kind of leaving toxic situations and having sort of advice regarding healing trauma. And I'm doing that as I personally am also going through a really long experience of healing. So the way and the perspective I'm going to look at these cards through is a lens of healing trauma. So the first card out is the 9 of Wands. And interesting enough, 9 of Wands is connected to the element of fire. And when I think about fire right now, all I can think about is Venus in the sign of Leo, who legit is saying, like, choose better. Like, you could have gone through heartbreak, but it's time to choose better and choose more wisely for yourself. So it's interesting that the 9 of Wands is out, because it's like, yeah, you went through legit the trenches. You legitimately went through hell and back. And the 9 of Wands is saying, yes, put that bandage on your head and keep on moving forward. And it's interesting because the card next to it is the 8 of Wands, which came out retrograde-y. So I do think that this is, yes, Wands are fire. I do think this is Mercury retrograde. It feels very retrograde-y. It feels very like quick news coming in. And next to the 10 of Wands, so there's a lot of Wands out today, and they are about action. So this feels like something where action was taken prior to the retrograde, which I would even say prior to Venus retrograde in July. So it would be like early summer, action was taken, and now you're reaping the rewards, or you're getting news on this, and it's time to kind of work this out. And I'm going to pull another card to clarify why this 3 of Swords is out, but it is about Chiron type stuff. And Chiron is about heartbreaks. So that takes me forward to here. And heartbreaks don't necessarily have to be with romantic love, although Venus retrograde really wanted us to assess romantic love. One of the things is, like, are you reparenting yourself? Are you reassessing how relationships you've had, whether familial or whether they are, you know, friendships or, you know, all these situations that led to certain feelings around decisions regarding love. So I'm going to pull some clarifiers here, because this is about healing trauma, and it looks like it's about love wound healing here. Strength is out. It's also a Leo card, so around the 8th of August, I feel, with that 8-8 portal, because yesterday was the 9-9 portal. And I want to thank Lady of the Lamps, always check out her work, for reminding me of the 9-9 portal, and it was about ending. So the 8-8 portal was about abundance and new beginnings, and I think it's making a decision of this or better, this and no more of this. So it's kind of like that it's kind of like that, you know, I refuse to settle in this card. So some of my cards, I've written messages: honing your personal energy, the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles can be interpreted in certain other ways, but whenever I am reading and I feel called to write on the card, this is how I'm going to read this card in this deck: honing your personal energy. So let me just do 2 more. Because like our paths are really, I can feel this precipice of change. I can feel this energy building and ramping up, and we're going to head into a week ahead where we do have a new moon in the sign of Virgo, and then Mercury is going direct on the 15th. So let's just see. Oh, and interesting. Okay, so I have the Knight of Pentacles, and I do think, you know, Virgo season is an earth sign season. I do think with Mercury going direct this week, we have a chance to move forward and take action. So this is like, sometimes you have to, and I hate this because I'm an Aries, and I know people that want to take quick action, especially with like, there's a redo here. There's a do-over part here with this 8 of Wands. And with this little Knight of Pentacles, making sure you are crossing like your T's, dotting your I's, making sure your paperwork's in order, making sure, this is regarding finances, making sure you have something solid in place before you make your move. This could be in business, this could be in, this feels physical, and this feels like a breakup that causes property exchange or loss, or you're just having to move forward into a new life. That's how this card is feeling right now. It has to do with paperwork and property. And the moon's out. Da, 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 the moon. So in the sign of, I never know where to put these cards. In the sign of Virgo, the new moon is taking place. Interesting enough, on this card, I never see this, but there's like a little selenite tower here. And I do think this is about cleansing. And I think when it comes to cleansing with the moon, you know, with especially with this new moon, it is about really, really taking care of your body and putting your physical needs first. So let me just do kind of like a final, I just don't feel complete with this reading today. It just doesn't feel done talking to me. And I'm just telling my deck, if I had one card to sum it up, and I have 2 cards out, but one final card to sum it up. So Ace of Wands has been popping on out, new beginnings regarding creativity, and I do think this is your creative power, your creative impetus. And interesting enough, I had this dream last night about ownership of my body, right? I had this dream like that all of these decisions in life, be it law or family attachments, masculines in my life, have truly always, religion ruled over my body. And I think for the divine feminine out there, especially if you're going through abuse, this is a new take on your own creative power. So this is also stuff that I probably can't talk about on YouTube, but this is also like saying, no, this is me. This is my creative voice. This is my creative space. I am here to be heard, take up space. Because Wands, especially Ace of Wands, is about that big, vibrant energy. And with Venus in the sign of Leo, is about expressing yourself very clearly. So the final card is the Wheel of Fortune. And I think this is a really important card to talk about. You know, these are transits that have taken a long time astrologically, meaning like brackets of time, movements of planets. This cowlick is just cowlick-tastic today. And I did like a whole like put product in my hair, like all these things. Anyway, you're getting the real with me. This Wheel of Fortune. I think this Wheel of Fortune is also speaking to the fact that because of the Ace of Wands, you're moving into your eternal destiny. And that sounds real woo-woo when I say it, but legit, we are not here to serve other people. And if you are leaving a situation where your power was taken away, these two cards are saying you are the power. And in fact, you know, these cards stemmed from a heartbreak. So the heartbreak recovery cards are saying you picked yourself up. You were so strong. You know, it felt new to you, but you kept going. You trusted your intuition even when times like you couldn't see around the freaking corner, but you trust that intuition. If right now you are in that situation, trust that intuition. You are not alone. There are resources out there. You know, you are regrouping. And then you are ultimately the creator of your own dreams. Powerful cards today. I hope you enjoy your week ahead. I'm going to be live every day. But if you see these videos and you resonate, and this is, you know, doesn't have to be daily, just know you're not alone. There are resources out there for everybody. And I just wish so much healing and love to everybody out there. So my name is Christy Bellich, Trust Your Glitter podcast, here on YouTube, Spotify. I'm putting the full episodes pretty much on TikTok, editing them a little bit, but trying to keep them as in full as possible. And you can check me out online, Christy Bellich with a K, and Trust Your Glitter. Take care. Bye.